New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Police officer who lost his job after being caught saying the N-word multiple times has now gotten his job back. Delvin White, who was fired by Tampa police in March, returned to work Tuesday after the city's civil service board voted 3-0 Monday that firing the school resource officer for using the slur on 2 occasions was too harsh. White, an 8-year department vet who formerly worked at Middleton High School, was reinstated effective immediately with no back pay. Quote, "I do not want to see my city lose an employee like that who obviously does his job above and beyond. A difficult job in, let's face it, a very difficult circumstance. It's like cut off your nose to spite your face." White was terminated by Tampa Police Chief Brian Dugan after body cam footage revealed that he used the slur several times on 2 occasions in November, including during a phone call with his wife. He also used the N-word while arresting a black student at a high school who allegedly refused to leave the campus. Quote, "This isn't about racism. This is about professionalism. Officer White isn't playing golf with his frat brothers. He's not playing poker. He's wearing the uniform of the Tampa Police Department officer and speaking to a student that way." Dugan also stated that the city's personal manual prohibits the use of the racial slur. Violating the policy is grounds for dismissal in the absence of extenuating circumstances. But White's attorney stated that the officer mentored children at the school and started programs to improve safety and make the campus cleaner. He also insisted that the case had several mitigating factors, including White's lack of serious disciplinary infractions and otherwise outstanding job performance. White, for his part, admitted that using the slur was a mistake, but claims his poor choice of words to that student was an attempt to connect with him. The reinstated officer stated that he hoped to return to Middleton High School or keep working as a school resource officer elsewhere. Quote, "I was made to be SRO," a smiling White told a newspaper after the hearing. Tampa Police Union issued a statement in March backing White one day after he was fired, stating that he was a beloved and trusted member of the department. Quote, "Despite his misstep, throughout the investigation, private citizens and other individuals associated with his school contacted the chief of police, lending their support and reflecting their admiration for his character and contributions." All right, so I listened to the video and I heard how he was talking to his wife, and mind you, yes, his wife is black. Because there's going to be those few out there that's like, "Oh, I bet you he's not even." No, from everything that I was able to gather and hear directly over the phone, his wife is black. So, um, he said it with her, and then he also said it in another video. I'm not sure if they had that one directly up there. I know they had the body cam footage of him, talking to his wife, directly, in the car. It was just, work related stuff, relationship stuff, different things like that. It's very odd for them to want to actively seek and go after a black man who's using this. But then again, they do have rules and regulations set that basically state no matter who you are, if you decide to use that word and you are in uniform on the clock, what have you, you will have issues. We will find you and you will have some problems, right? But when I look at him, and I more than likely imagine him talking to a young man who is in high school, right? He might be rowdy, he might have an attitude problem, or he might, have a mouth and different things like that. Him being a black man, he's going to go to a point of relatability, right? Where he can, relate specifically to that young black man on, his own level, using certain language and whatnot, trying to, get him to like, "Yo, calm down," just like, "Yo, just relax," like, trying to be more personable, I guess you could say, or whatnot, or whatever. He's doing what he feels that he should do as a black man who is a cop, a resource officer who is working for the high school. And then on top of that, You didn't hear any stories about him specifically doing negative things, to these kids. He wasn't, directly trying to like harm them in any type of way or whatever. You've had other people within the community also vouch and speak for him. That speaks on his character. That lets you know that he is just doing his job the best way that he knows how to. He's given certain types of tools, so then he's going to use those tools along with the other tools that he has growing up as a black man in the United States of America. Like I said, I just feel like somebody was really trying to reach on this, and that they just really wanted to prove a point of what they could do just because. And that's exactly what they did. They were like, all right, well, we're just going to make an example out of him just for anybody else that is out there who might think that it's okay to do this, so that we don't have to deal with this later on. We're going to get the black man first. So you see that he's black and he used this word, even though he didn't use it in the context of trying to perform some type of, racism and oppression on somebody. He still used the word, and this is disagreeable as per said, which is in our guidelines. So if we're able to get him and we're going to punish him, that should then mean that any one of you is going to end up suffering the same consequences, if not worse. That's what I feel like they did. And I can sort of kind of understand it. And then I'm looking at it as like, I really feel like y'all just did this because you could, and because you specifically wanted to pick out this black man, knowing the fact that I've done videos on Florida and some of the cops there and how they have spoken with a lot of racist language, and how they've decided to go after situations. You never saw this get used, right? They were using all types of slurs. Nothing really pretty much happened to them. They got transferred. They worked for another department, and it is what it is. But when it came to this black man specifically, they were like, you know what? We can't stand for this. We can't have this. We are an upstanding police department. We will not have anybody smudge the shine on our badge, and we're going to make sure that this black man is an example, and that this will never, ever happen again underneath this department and underneath my watch. Like I said, they did it just because. They did it just because. They knew the fact that they could hurt this black man in some certain type of way. They really couldn't get him on like, okay, well, he was tardy here and there, or he has some, other things on file where he did, X, Y, and Z, from 8 years ago or whatever. They didn't have any of that. They didn't have any of that. So this is the only thing that they could really go on in order to try to negatively affect this man. And it's ridiculous. I'm happy he got his job back. Well, in a sense. It sucks that he didn't get the back pay, but it is what it is. You can just continue doing what it is that you do, and benefiting the community and those kids the best way that you know how. And hopefully everything that you're doing is having a very legitimate and positive effect on the young black men who are at that high school. Hopefully they'll be able to look back, and they'll come back there and they'll say thank you, for being there. Thank you for being that, that black man who actually cared, who actually wanted to give the time of day to, have some type of a conversation, or to give them some type of attention that they might have been seeking from the wrong individuals. But anyways, that's just me. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.